Good morning student. Today we are going to learn about modulation, need of modulation and types of modulation. So after the completion of today's session, you are able to define modulation, explain need of modulation and classify the modulation. So first we start from modulation. Let's take an example. When we are sitting in a closed premises or in a room, then the communication distance is very short. At that time, whatever we say, the person who is sitting in that room is able to listen it. So whatever we say is the message signal. Always remember, message signal is a low frequency signal or low strength signal. So when we send it in a short distance area, it is clearly received by the destination or the receiver. As it is a very low strength signal and then also we want to send it a long distance communication channel. So what happened? When the receiver receives it, the strength of the signal is further decreases because of the distance covered by the signal and due to the presence of external noise. So what we can do to avoid these problems? If we increase the strength of the signal, then all the problems will be solved. So how we increase the strength of the signal? For that we use a carrier who carry the signal up to the receiver. So here we use a carrier which is a high frequency signal. As this signal is used to carry the signal, so it is known as carrier signal. Then what we do? We just mix it the message signal and this carrier signal. So how we mix it? Actually, a signal has three parameters, that is amplitude, phase, frequency. So these three parameters of the carrier signal changed according to the amplitude of the message signal. In this technique we mix these two signals and the technique is denoted as or known as modulation technique. And the message signal only contain the information. The carrier signal has no information. Because of that, if we change the parameter, that doesn't affect the information signal. So never touch this message signal in terms of changing of parameter. So if someone asks you what is the definition of modulation technique, that is the process in which the parameter, that is amplitude, phase, frequency of the carrier signal changes according to the amplitude of the message signal. So the modulation technique involves three types of signal. What are they? First one is the modulating signal. Second one is the carrier signal. Last one, modulated signal. So the modulating signal is the message signal which is a low strength or low frequency signal. and the carrier signal who carry the modulating signal or message signal. So modulating signal in which the information is present, carrier signal it has no information. So when we mixed them or added them, then we get a resultant signal. Always remember, the resultant signal is also a high frequency signal, because as the frequency is higher or strength of the signal increases, all the problem will be solved. So the modulated signal is the resultant signal after we added up the carrier signal and modulating signal. Okay. Next we discuss about the need of modulation. So need of modulation. The first point of need of modulation is the height of antenna. Previously we considered the height of antenna equal to lambda or wavelength, h equal to lambda. It is the notation of wavelength. What is wavelength? Wavelength is the distance between two successive crests of a waveform. So this is the waveform, these are two successive crests and it is the distance between two crests, that is lambda. But after the advancement of technology, we find out that if we have this much information, then we are able to get the whole waveform. Means if we inverse this part, then we can get this part. So we require only this part of information. So this part is the half of lambda. So here we can write lambda by 2. So at that time we consider height of antenna equal to lambda by 2. Again advancement of technology happened. At that time we came to know that if we have this much information, then we can able to get the whole waveform. How? If we flip this waveform, then we get this part. After that when we inverse this, then we get this part. So the whole waveform we get. So this part of information is 1/4 of the whole waveform. So here we can write lambda by 4. So nowadays we consider height of antenna equal to lambda by 4. So nowadays we consider h equal to lambda by 4. What is lambda? Lambda equal to c by f. F is the frequency of any signal and c is the speed of light, whose value is always constant, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Let's take an example of a signal without modulation we want to send. So without modulation the signal range is always, means audio frequency range is always from 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz. So we consider an example of a message signal having frequency 20 kilohertz. So f equal to 20 kilohertz. So first we find out the value of lambda. So lambda equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 by 20 kilohertz, means 20 into 10 to the power 3. After solving this we get 15,000 kilometer. Sorry, 15,000 meter. Then we convert it to kilometer, that is 15 kilometer. So here we have the value of lambda, then we can easily find the height of antenna. So h equal to lambda by 4 means 15 by 4, then we get 3.75 kilometer. So antenna having this much height is impossible to install. So without modulation we are not able to send the signal. So after modulation this problem will be solved. So let's take an example. After modulation, when we want to send a signal having frequency f equal to 300 megahertz. In the same way we calculate the height of the antenna. So lambda equal to c by f 3 into 10 to the power 8 by 300 into 10 to the power 6 means 1 meter. Then height of the antenna h equal to lambda by 4 means 1 by 4 equal to 0.25 meter. We can write it 25 centimeter. So antenna having height of 25 centimeter, it's very easy to install. So with modulation the transmission of a signal through an antenna is very easy. So this is all about first point. Next, second point, that is avoiding the mixing of signal. In communication engineering, we always send multiple number of signal in a single communication channel. Means we combine the multiple number of signal then send it through a common channel. But if we want to send without modulation, as we know, without modulation the audio frequency range is in between 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz. So if we have 5 numbers of signal, all 5 numbers of signal is belongs to this range only. So their frequency is quite close to each other. When we combine them, there is a chances of mixing of signal. Because of that, when receiver receives the signal, the receiver not able to separate them. So we never get the original signal. But we do modulation. What happened? Means each signal shifted to a different frequency range. If 5 signal is there, they are shifted to 5 frequency ranges, then the distance between or separation between the signal is increased. Because of that, when we combine them, then there is a least chances or negligible chances of mixing. Because of that, the receiver easily separate them and send the original signal or correct signal to the proper destinations. So this is all about second point. Third point, reduction of effect of noise. As we know, the noise interference in a low frequency signal is more than a high frequency signal. So before modulation, the message signal is a low frequency or low strength signal. If we increase the strength of the signal, then the problem will be solved. So after modulation, the signal strength automatically increased and it becomes high frequency signal. Because of that, during transmission, when the external noise interfere the signal, the effect of noise is very negligible or less than the signal without modulation. So this is all about need of modulation. Next we discuss about types of modulation. types. Here we discuss the basic type of modulation. So, modulation. Modulation is divided into two types, that is amplitude modulation and angle modulation. Then angle modulation again divided into two types, that is frequency and phase. So let's discuss the basic idea about these all modulation methods. First we discuss about the amplitude modulation. So what happened in amplitude modulation? In amplitude modulation, amplitude of the carrier signal varies. So first point, amplitude of the carrier signal varies, but the entire definition is the amplitude of the carrier signal changes according to the amplitude of the message signal. So here what parameter of the carrier signal is changing, that is amplitude, means the other parameters are remain constant. What are the other parameters? That is frequency and phase. Frequency and phase remain constant. As we know, each modulation technique involve three waveforms or three signal. First one is the modulating signal, second one is the carrier signal. So this is the modulating signal, carrier signal, last one is the modulated signal, means where the amplitude of the carrier signal varies. So peak to peak value is the amplitude. Here we can see the amplitude, the frequency, the phase, all parameters are constant, but after modulation only the amplitude of the carrier signal changes according to the amplitude of the message signal. So amplitude means there is only variation in the peak to peak value. So here is the modulated signal. Here we can clearly see the amplitude of the all cycles are not same. So after that we discuss about frequency modulation. In frequency modulation, only the frequency of the carrier signal varies. Frequency of the carrier signal varies according to the amplitude of the message signal. So if the frequency only varies, the other two parameters are constant, that is amplitude and phase remain constant. and for every modulation technique the modulating signal or carrier signal both are same, only there is change occur in this modulated signal. As in the previous, that is in modulation technique, the amplitude of the signal means carrier signal varies, here the frequency of the carrier signal varies. So here we can see the frequency is varying and the amplitude and phase of the signal remain constant. Next we discuss about phase modulation. So phase modulation. In phase modulation, the phase of the carrier signal changes according to the amplitude of the message signal. So phase, as phase is changing here, so the other two remain constant, that is amplitude and frequency. Amplitude and frequency, and these two are same for this also, only we have to change the modulated signal. So here only phase of the signal varies. Here we can see phase of the signal changes, amplitude, frequency, all are remain same. So this is all about definition of modulation, need of modulation and types of modulation. In the next class we discuss about amplitude modulation technique in brief. Thank you.